So, good morning. It is Sunday. I am Sarah, and I had recorded this. Well, I had started this video and I had gone on for 10, 20 minutes. I don't know how long, and realized that I hadn't even started recording. So, I'm having to do this all over again. Um, Today's dark mass is resistance. Well, what does that actually mean? Well, as you noticed, we have changed the name again. Towards the end of 2023, the name of the church had been Sarah's Satanic Temple. And then 2024 came and we had changed the name again to Wicked Temple. And now it is changed to Temple of Wicked. When we first changed the name from Sarah's Satanic Temple to Wicked Temple, we did that as a show of unity. Yes, I created and I am at the present moment the main developer of the religion Wicked. However, I am not the sole founder of the church. The church that we started, we had multiple people. It was me, my sister, and some other people, and we started the coven. And I will start referring to this interchangeably, church and coven, because the church and the coven, it's in our belief, it's interchangeable. It's one and the same. It doesn't. So we started the coven. I don't know, 12 years ago, somewhere around in there, and there was uh 2, 3, maybe 4 people, maybe more, maybe less. I'm not really sure. Don't, my memory's not that clear with that, but there was at least 4 people when this church was started about 12 years ago. One of the original founding members passed away. And another original founding member just went their own direction. So that left me and my sister Nisi. as the two originating founding members of the church. And in the last 12 years or so, the church has gone through a lot of different name changes. The last couple of years, the name of the church never really showed unity. Last couple of years, the names that the church has gone by have been individual. They've had my name on it. There was no show of unity. So when 2024 came, I decided that needed to change. My sister, Nisi, deserves recognition for being a co-founder of the church that exists today. Because she was a very big reason the church was founded. Honestly, I don't know if the church would have ever started if it wasn't for her. Because I was still hesitant about starting a church. I was still hesitant about bringing my religion to the world. And my sister inspired and encouraged me to bring the religion that I created and have been developing to the world. And she stood by my side when the church was started. She gave me the strength as well as the determination to start this church. So she is a co-founder and she deserves recognition for that. Because without her, this church may not exist today. So the decision was made to change the name of the church to show more unity. So it was changed to Wicked Temple. But every time I said aloud Wicked Temple, there was this resistance. And I didn't understand why there was a resistance. And at first, I was just thinking it was about my health issue that I'm having to live with, which is, I have always had to be extremely mindful when it came to speaking for several different reasons. I had speech impediment when I was younger, and had to go to speech classes to correct my speech impediment. And I had a couple other learning disabilities, which made speech difficult for me. I do have a stutter. It is not a prominent stutter. So, unlike a lot of people that have a stutter, it's not something that is quickly picked up on because it doesn't happen often. It's and when it does happen, it's almost like a vinyl record that has scratch in it. And you start listening to a particular song, and then it hits that scratch, and it repeats da 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 da. And so it's more like that, and it's not. And like I said, it's not overwhelmingly noticed. Part of the reason it does happen is because my mind moves so fast. And there are occasions when I'm in a conversation where I'm trying to keep up with my mind, and I end up in a stutter. No big deal. It's something I've lived with my whole life. Now back to resistance. Like I said, there was this resistance when saying Wicked Temple. And once I realized that the resistance was not because of any health issue that I have, I did, I did a deeper dive into it. I started meditating on why I'm having this resistance. Now, there are times when we come against resistance in life, and there are two types of resistance. One type of resistance is telling us something, and we need to listen. And the other type of resistance is meant to stop us from going down the road we are walking. And after meditating on why I was having this resistance to verbally saying Wicked Temple, I was led to the discovery that the resistance I was getting was telling me something that I needed to listen to. And so as I began to meditate on that even more, I came to the conclusion that that was not the name that needed to be for the church, and that the name that needed to be for the church was temple of Wicked. And I still don't fully know the reason. I do know that there are a couple of highlighted points that is in Wicked. There is Wicked Temple, and Wicked Temple is our spirit and our physical body. And in Wicked, we define spirit as our psychology. Therefore, for reasons unknown to me, it provided a resistance to naming the church Wicked Temple. I still don't know why that would give it a resistance, because I would think that, naming the Wicked Temple after after Wicked's understanding of Wicked Temple, I don't see why that would present a resistance. I still don't fully understand it. I just know that that is one of the highlighted points of why there is resistance. I know there are other highlighted points to the resistance of naming it Wicked Temple. I just don't know what, because of what Wicked teaches, I am not so interested in why the resistance is there. Wicked teaches that there are two types of resistance, as I explained. So when you find the resistance in your life and it is concluded that it's a type of resistance that you need to stop the direction you're going, then you stop and you align your direction with the wicked path. When, however, if you are drawn to the conclusion that there is that you are being told something and that you need to listen to it, then that's what you need to do. You need to stop and listen to it. Whatever the resistance is telling you, it's telling you the direction that you need to go to stay on the wicked path. And the knowing why it can be helpful. And if the knowing why is helpful, then you will know why. Then there are times that the reason why just eludes us, but we still need to take that direction, even though we may not ever know the reason why. We need to take that direction to stay on the wicked path. So you just trust in the process. That's the ideal of flow. So if I never know why the name of the church has to be Temple of Wicked, I accept that and I live with that and I let the flow flow. So going forward, it will be the temple, it will be Temple of Wicked. And a lesson is learned, and therefore a lesson is also taught. So if you have a resistance in your life, stop, meditate, and listen. If the reason that you're getting the resistance is because you need to stop whatever you're doing and take the necessary steps to get back on the wicked path, then you need to stop and do that. If the resistance is there, not to stop you, but to tell you, hey, you need to listen. You're straying from the wicked path. This is what you need to do to get back on the wicked path. And the resistance that I was getting was just that. Hey, you're straying from the wicked path. Listen and get back on the wicked path. And that is why now the name of the church is Temple of Wicked. I hope that the rest of your week is good. And Dr. Reverend Sarah, goodbye. Peace, love, and rock and roll to all y'all.